Well, of course, it's not the first bigger crash that I've had. Also, coming out of a period of off season did not make it any easier, knowing that everybody was starting to train again, and I had to wait for 6 more weeks doing absolutely nothing. Was pretty difficult to accept. Also, if you compare it with Lombardia, for example, then it was in the holiday period. It was good weather. You could easily go out in the wheelchair or with the crutches back then. Now it was bad weather in Belgium, so you have to stay inside all the time. Everybody was busy with their own lives and preparation in the season. So it's more the thing of second time, same. I mean, the injury now was worse than in April, but second time, same shoulder in a few months' time. Just a bit of the sum up. I think the combination of that was just making it pretty difficult. But yeah, for the moment, all good. I'm back ready to race, so positive feelings now.
Okay, just another question, and if it's too personal, you can say it. In the post, you also said something about prayers with Umi. Can you tell us how important religion in your life is?
Well, it's something that I got to know in the last year, and more, and I think it's something that we share, and we are very proud to share it together. And it's something that every person has to do it for himself or not. That's something I cannot judge on. And for me, it's like I don't know the exact word in English, but I'm gonna say it in Netherlands, and houvast. So it's something that helps me to go through life, and yeah, it's something very beautiful. So it's very nice to share it with Umi.
And that's the Islam, right? That's the religion.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Remco.
Thank you. Andrew, please.
Hi, Remco. Just talking about your training, I'm curious, if you missed 6 weeks, kind of an important block there, how did it impact you to get to this point? Did you have to do anything differently? And are you now 6 weeks behind where you'd like to be coming into the Spring Classics? Thanks.
It's always difficult to calculate the way you're doing it now or asking me. So I think once I was able to ride a bike, I think it was the 1st of February, if I'm not wrong, outside. Before that, I jumped on the rollers a bit, but of course it's different to just ride an hour on the rollers or two. Comparing to going outside. First month it was really difficult to do proper exercises. So I think once I went to Spain with my wife, there I started to train on exercises and more intensity trainings, which was not easy at all because I just had like a month and a few days of training in my legs. So I felt that my body was not ready for intensity trainings at that time. So we had to kind of implement all the intensity trainings in the Sierra training camp that I've been going on to the past 2 weeks. And I've made quite big steps in the last weeks. So I think that the racing is not coming too soon for me now. I think I'm ready to race. I've tried to train long rides, so a lot of endurance rides. And then, like I said, the last few weeks, intensity trainings, but I think I'm for sure I'm behind my top shape, but I'm still in a good shape, like I always try to start. But will it be enough to beat guys like Pidcock and Pogacar, who are in the shapes of their lives? Seems like this I don't know. This we will see after Sunday and next week as well. So I'm just happy I can race again finally, and I think the upcoming weeks I need to use the weeks to make steps forward towards the biggest goals, and of course that's Tour and the championships at the end of the year.
Gonna just do a quick follow-up. The injury was to more the most serious injury was to your shoulder. Is that correct? And how did that impact? It hasn't really impacted your capacity to perform on the bike now that you're properly recovered. Is that correct? There's nothing permanent, I should say.
Well, let's say that after a few weeks being in the injury, we discovered a nerve injury. This one has not healed yet, so there's a part of the shoulder muscle that is not working at all for the moment. But luckily that muscle is not the most important one for cyclists. If I would be a tennis player or a volleyball player, my career would have been, or basketball, my career would have been over. So luckily I'm a cyclist. So yeah, I mean, my hand is 100% again, the ribs, the scapula, the lungs as well. Just, yeah, the ligaments and the muscle is still a bit sensible, let's say. And we need to, yeah, to use a lot of tape tomorrow, for example, in the race to stabilize the shoulder, especially with the cobble sections that we are having. So I mean, it's not optimal, but of course my legs are turning. That's the most important.
Thank you. Tiro.
Ciao Remco, welcome back. Happy to see you
Thank
again. Really happy. And I was wondering if you watched the big spring classics as Sanremo, Flanders and Roubaix. Two questions. The first one, how much have you been impressed to the level that especially Mathieu and Tadej showed? And if in the future you will test yourself also in these races, maybe I imagine Sanremo, maybe yes, but what about Flanders and Roubaix in future, I mean?
Yeah, of course, I watch the races. It's always beautiful races to watch. I'm also a cycling fan, so I like to watch the classics already since I was a kid. So it has been some beautiful competition and fights between the big riders to have watched. With always one extra guy. In Sanremo it was Filippo. Then in Roubaix there was also a few other guys with them. Well, in Flanders there was not many others, but of course always Mathieu and Tadej being in front was very special to watch, and it gave me motivation to push myself in training and to try and find a better level to be able to compete with them. And yeah, for the future, for sure, I will take place in for sure Sanremo and Flanders. Roubaix we will see, depends of how motivated I will be and where my goals will be, because also Roubaix is the week before the Ardennes Classics starts, and I have more chance in the Ardennes than in Roubaix, of course. So there's always more chance that I will skip Roubaix compared to Flanders. But yeah, first this year I think I have to get through a lot still this year. So we will see for the next years.
Thank you.
Thank you. Vincent, please.
Good afternoon, Remco. In your Instagram post, you talk about maybe stopping your career. Did you really think about it?
Of course, the injuries were not. The injuries was quite severe. With my shoulder, where all the muscles, all the ligaments were destroyed. The surgery was a heavy one as well, and then the extra nerve problem, which completely outfunctioned my shoulder, was pretty hard to accept. And also, it was just a difficult period, and always, it's the second time the shoulder in 6 months, the same shoulder. So at a certain point you start to doubt, will the shoulder be healthy again? Will it be functional again? So yeah, it's the things I've written were not lied in the post. So I think it's one of the first posts that I wrote myself in the last few years. So I think that's how personal it was. And of course, I think it's not bad to sometimes share how difficult the period really has been, and not always put a mask on, but just show it to people how difficult it has been, so everybody knows, or knows what to expect for the next few weeks, for example. But yeah, it doesn't mean that I'm not happy now. I think I'm really happy again to race, to train. I think my whole family, my wife, my friends have seen me changing over the weeks. since the crash. So let's say first it was going in downwards, and then since I could train again, it was going upwards. So now it's hopefully only up and positive feelings.
Thank you. Mr. McGrath.
Hi there, Remco. You said Tadej Pogacar is in the form of his life, coming off an exceptional spring. I'm just curious, what does Tadej represent to you? Is he an example or just another rival? Did he send you any messages when you were injured? And finally, how do you approach the big challenge of trying to beat him mentally and physically?
Honestly, I don't remember if he sent me a text, because it's already quite a long time ago, and I've got quite a few messages on the day of the crash. But next to that, yeah, of course, it's inspiring to watch him race. But I always have to keep in mind that he's a competitor and not I mean, on the bike with a different jersey, I need to try to beat him, which is very difficult. But of course, it's something that the team pays me for, and yeah, helps me to try and go for that. So yeah, I just try to learn when I see him race, and kind of, I'm not going to say analyze because I'm not that smart, but just try to see how he races, see some typical styles of him. But of course, yeah, you have to be focused on yourself, occupied with yourself, and try to be the best version of yourself. And I think that's the only way that we can, or that I can go and try to beat them, him and them, for the Tour. So, but yeah, next to that, it's of course one of, I mean, probably the best rider that there has been since Merckx. So yeah, it's up to us to go and hunt that position, let's say.
Thank you. Yuri, please.
Yeah, hi Remco. Good to see you back again.
Thank you.
Speaking of the mental thing, allow me to go back a little bit to the past season, which was very successful, but also very busy and hard, with the setback also after Pays-Basque and so on. We can all say that it's part of life and it's part of the game, but do you still enjoy those things who come around with all those after the problems you had in Baskenland, in Pays-Basque, I mean, do you still enjoy that?
It depends. Of course, sometimes you just have no other option. You have to take all the side requests and do them. But at a certain point, it just can become too much. I think in the winter period after the Olympics, after my Italian campaign, the Worlds, I think it was pretty clear that I was just not able to go to events for a few weeks and months. And then at the end, I was kind of obligated to go to some events, because yeah, of course, if you become National Sportsman of the Year, you just cannot not go if you're not sick or if you don't have a good reason. But of course, yeah, it's part of the job. If you're performing well, you're very high demanded. But of course, it has to stay healthy, let's say. And do I enjoy it? It just depends of the flow of the time of the year, of how my shape is, how the results are. But I think it's more healthy to sometimes set it completely off and then just go 100% for it, and then again set it off or turn it off and then go again. Like we honestly did it in the last few months, because I was just not able to express myself in words, which was also one of the points in the post, kind of. So I think the more healthy you keep it, the better it is, and the more you will enjoy. And it's a bit the same with kind of focusing 100% towards a race. If you do it 100% for a period of time, it will be fun. But then when you've reached the goal, or when you've done the race, you need to relax 100% as well and turn it completely off. So I think it's just a bit of give and take.
Thank you. We'll take questions from Gabrielle and then Thierry again, and then we'll switch to the broadcast interview. So Gabrielle, please.
Thank you very much. I was wondering, with the nerve problem, with the nerve injury in the shoulder and part of the shoulder not working at all, is there a certain risk of racing also on the cobbles in Brabantse Pijl ahead of the rest of the campaign? For example, have you trained on the cobbles to know whether or not it's stable enough to do so, or is it just completely safe?
Well, I've done the omloop recon with the team, and it's just when my arm is in a stable position, when I grab the handlebars pretty tight, it's all good. But it's more like if there's a pothole in the road and I don't expect it, and the muscles are not ready to get the impact, let's say, then it might hurt a bit. But like I said in a few minutes ago, I will tape the shoulder completely. I mean, I will not do it myself. The physios will do it, of course, but I will get a big tape around the shoulder to stabilize the shoulder, and then it should be fine. So luckily there's no long cobble sectors and only uphill sectors, which is a bit more easy than flat and fast cobble sectors. So normally it should not give a big problem.
Thank you. And Thierry, please.
Remco, very quickly. If I'm not wrong, you are an Arsenal supporter, correct?
Oh, here we go.
Yes. Now, the question is very quickly, in your opinion, at this point, it's easier than Arsenal wins Champions League? Obviously, now they are in the semi-final with Paris Saint-Germain, or that you, in this moment, with this shape, you could beat Tadej in Liège? Which is easier, in your opinion?
Well, I know for sure City will not win the Champions League.
I think there's more chance of you beating Tadej.
Well, Liège is still a week, so I still can improve in 3 other races. So let's say that Arsenal wins the Champions League and I will win Liège.